It's Go Coach Coach T Flow, and this video is about how to create viral content for social media. Do you want to go viral? Do you want your content to go viral to the masses? Well, these are several tips that you can implement in your strategy to help your content go viral on social media. Okay. Um, guys, it's been a long morning. These practices, I should say, are practices that I put in my strategy with my CGY Sports page. So, a lot of times for reference, people might, let me just go see what his kind of motion he has on his page. And just being honest, this page right here, this particular platform right here, my Terrence Flowers, it doesn't have the same traction that my CGY Sports has. This new strategy that I'm implementing, I started January 1st. I told myself I'm going live every day, Monday through Friday, throughout January, and just see how it goes. So I'm really building this particular platform with my name, trying to rebrand myself, put myself out there. And although a lot of you guys, if you've done photography or content with me, I still have my moniker, Modest Stills, but I'm branding my name, Terrence Flowers, because that's Modest Stills. I mean, I love that. It has a ring to it. It's French and Greek terms put together. But maybe I got too artistic with it. But when it comes to my own brand, that's what I'm marketing, and this is part of that. So content creating, how to put the content out there. So these strategies are strategies that I implemented in my CGY Sports platform. I got a platform on TikTok, over 10,000 followers. One on Instagram, over 10,000. Now, amazingly, my platform on Facebook has the least amount. I think I got almost 5,000 on YouTube. Facebook is only 2,000. But when I tell you it's the bulk, it's 65 to 70% of my viewership, of my engagement. It's crazy. So you don't have to have a lot of followers to get engagement. That's another light bulb that you might want to put up there. But guys, so I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something different today. I'm gonna do something crazy today. I'm gonna go through different niches, and I'm gonna give you guys some hooks, because that's the first thing when it comes to creating viral content. The number one thing to me is the hook. You gotta hook them. You have to have something interesting in that first 5 seconds to make somebody stay on this video or stay on your video. Like, why would I want to watch Terrence's video? Why would I want to watch John Doe's Joe Doe's John Doe John Doe's video? Why would I want to watch Jane Doe's video? And these are the reasons why. It's the hook. That person has to say something to you that hooks you, that grabs you. That's something that might be interesting to you. Now, the thing is, everything's not going to be interesting to everybody. For instance, use this bait to catch huge catfish. If you don't fish, if you're not a fisherman, that's not going to be interesting to you. And I'm going to go into some other hooks. And when you guys, when you hear these niches, if you're in this niche, feel free to use the hook that I'm giving you. This is a freebie. I'm giving out hooks today. And if the hook that I give out, if it fits your niche, use it, try it out, and see what it does. And if it does good for you, tell me, say, hey man, I used that hook that you put out there on your live, and it did great for me. I normally only get 80, 90 views. On this particular video right here, I did 2,000 views, because viral really, to me, now, if you got, let's say you got 100 followers, and you usually get about, let's just say you're only getting like 30% of engagement. You're only getting like 30 engagement on your content, because you're not going to get the whole 100%. So if you got 100 people, you're getting 30 or 40% off your followers or whatever. That's pretty good. But if you get 1,000% each, 100% increase. So if you got 30 and you're getting 3,000 views, to me, that's a form of going viral, because you're reaching outside of your normal network or your community. So viral, now going viral as for doing a video and being famous, that's different. But for your content to go viral, it's relative to how many people you already got. If you only got 10 followers and your content gets seen by 10,000 people, you definitely went viral. So that's just another additive in there. So we're gonna get to the first thing, like I say, hook. And then the next thing you want to do to make your content, y'all can take notes on this. Make sure you guys follow me. Make sure you share this content. Make sure you give me a like if you find it of any value. And I say that to all my stuff, because if you don't find it value, you don't have to like, you don't have to share it. But contrast, be relatable. And I'm gonna get into all that when you hear my hooks. You're gonna see how it's relatable to you or to somebody in that niche. Next, have you a nice visual. You don't have to have the best camera, but when you create your video, always have your thumbnail in mind. Always have your thumbnail in mind. Now it'll be sometime when you can't upload a thumbnail, and I'm gonna give you a good trick in 1 second how you can create a great thumbnail even in situations where you can't upload a thumbnail. This right here gonna grab you. And the last thing you want to do with your content, so this is past the hook phase. This is the meat of your content. What you want to do is solve problems. Solve problems that people have. Your hook and your content, that whatever you talk about, should be relative to where 3 ways to save gas on your car. One, use make sure your air pressure is good in your tires. Number 2, never let your gas tank get below half a tank. And number 3, maybe use fuel injectors. Use the fuel injection for every 10,000 miles. And I just made that up on the fly, real time, because my mind works like that. I'm some old school drive buff for Nestles, so my mind's always click, click, click. But you see how I solve problems? I gave you 3 reasons, 3 ways that you can save a gas on your car. So that's what you have to do when you create your content for whatever niche that is. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. About to change gears real quick. So like I said, when your content to go viral, you want to hook somebody, you want to be relatable, you want to have a nice visual, and you want to solve problems, okay? So remember that I just told you about how to create a thumbnail when you can't upload a thumbnail? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a cool way to do this. So if you got time, get you something like this, a piece of paper, write it in, and a marker that's contrast to this. So of course, the biggest contrast to white is what? Black. Write whatever you want to be on here. So I would write probably how to create viral content at the beginning of your video. Point to this, smile, then put this down, and go along with your hook. So when I upload that hook to when I upload that video to social media, I can get that first frame where I was smiling, holding my notepad with my message on there, and use that for the thumbnail. Isn't that a cool trick? Or, it depending how creative you want to be, you can take a picture. You can write something on a piece of paper or a whiteboard, take a picture of it, put it in your phone, then hold your phone up like this. Look at my reflection, try to tilt if you can see it. Hold your phone up like this and point your phone. Just be creative, guys, and that'll be your first thumbnail. A lot of platforms now, though, they'll let you upload a thumbnail, but for those that don't, this is a great way to be creative. Content that has text graphics in the beginning of the video get way more engagement. So that's another light bulb for you guys, okay? Once again, who's watching? Where you checking in from? Check in with the GOAT man. Don't be a ghost follower. I don't like ghost followers. I like people say, hey, this so-and-so checking in. What's up, coach? Good morning. Just give me a good morning. Say something to me to let me know you are watching. Okay, let me get back to my notepad. I'm old school. I write things down. The hook. I'm going to give you guys, I got a couple of topics in here, niches. I got taxes. I got fitness, I got real estate, and I got music. I got 4 different topics, and I tried to make them different. But this same strategy, guys, goes for any topic or subject or niche you can think of. It's the same thing over and over again. Okay, so if you're with me so far, guys, can somebody give me a like? Can you give me a like? Let me know. Okay, I'm feeling, coach. I see where he's going with this. Okay, so for the first hook. And like I said, you want to have 4 things when it comes to your content. These 4 things, I'm just going to reiterate it. You want to have your hook, you want to be relatable, you want to have your visual, and you want to solve the problem. So you want to have all these elements in your content if you want to create content that goes viral. So we're gonna talk about taxes first, okay? Everybody know this is time for taxes, and if you're smart like me, you will realize that taxes is an algorithm right now. It's in the space, the internet space. So people who are talking about taxes, tax preparers, tax pros, all that stuff is hot right now because it's about to be tax time. That's the hood ninja's payday or ninja it's payday. You know what I'm saying? You got folks who getting back $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on a return. So this is the time of year. Well, this Christmas for the black folks. And I'm sure some white folks, I want to make it racial, but y'all know what it is. It's tax time. So the tax word period is in the algorithm now. So people who are doing taxes, they are getting a lot of engagement, especially if they know what they're talking about. But I'm about to give them a hook that they can use. So if you do taxes, use this hook, use the strategy I told you, and watch how you get engagement on this post. So make sure that you get your thumbnail and you put this right here in your thumbnail, and use this as your hook and solve the problem. Okay. So I didn't put no way to solve the problem in there because I'm not a tax pro. I'm a content creator. I'm a photographer and I'm a personal trainer. I can talk about those, but I'm not a tax pro. So I don't know. I'm just going to give you the hook. So, and if you know somebody who does taxes, say, hey, I got a good topic subject from you. I got from the GOAT Coach, and they can use it. Okay. So here we go. For taxes, this is the hook that I would use. 3 things you should know about the child tax credit. 3 things you should know. So using that hook, and I hope I'm saying it right. 3 things you should know about child tax credit. I would probably start my content off something like everybody knows that you can get extra money from earned income credit. But did you know that there has been changes to the child tax credit? Boom. By saying that right there, you have hooked them, and you also have started what's called the curiosity train. Okay, I know about earned credit. What did they do different with the child tax credit? I didn't know nothing about that now. So now the person, if this content is for them, they're going to be curious to find out how this happened, or what's going on with it, because they want more money. So they want to be informed about this. Next, and this is where, you guys, we can go real big with visuals. Like I said, that thumbnail could be your visual, but also if you have a platform and you're using a system where it lets you put up graphs or it lets you put overlays up on your live stream or your video, I would definitely implore you to do it, especially within the first 5 to 15 seconds of your video. If you can show a graph that shows child tax credit for the last 5 years, maybe 2020, 2021, and then how it goes up or wherever it does in 25, that's going to be a visual that's going to catch them. You already got them hooked. Now you're finna bring that guy in. You can set your drag, I'm using fishing analogies, and you can bring them in, okay? And then next, you already, you set the drag. Now it's time to put them on in. And that's what's solving the problem. You already told them 3 things they should know. Then go into, give your authority. Boom. My name is Jane Doe. I've been doing taxes for 20 years. And listen what the government just came out about the child tax credit. Keep in mind, I don't know nothing about taxes. As you know, then give them something relatable. Give them some. That's another thing with the contrast. Give them something relatable. Talk about how it was last year. And see, they did their taxes last year, so they know how the child tax credit was last year because they did their taxes last year. So once again, you got them hooked. Keep them engaged. You know how the tax credit was last year. Keep in mind, guys, I'm making this shit up. You got back $2,000, $3,000 for each child. But this year, there's been a change. Boom. Instead of saying this year is $5,000, don't say that. Even if it is, say this year's been a change. Know why? That curiosity train picking up steam now. Now they like, what's the change? They're asking questions in their head. And then just don't give it to them. Got to finesse. You got to finesse. This change is gonna change people. This change that the government made is gonna help people. It's gonna change lives, and everybody should know about this. So now they like, say it, say it, say it. If you guys didn't know, the new tax credit is, boom, then you get it to them. Boom, you get it to them. It's $5,000. What would you do with an extra $2,000? Now you got them, ooh. You feel me? You see how everything works? Okay, so that's what I would use if I was doing taxes and I wanted to make a viral video, I would say 3 things you should know about the new child tax credit, okay? All right, next we're gonna get to fitness. I do fitness. I'm gonna save the fitness one, like I don't know nothing about fitness, just to keep the content going, keep everything moving. I don't want to just go on to fitness since I'm an expert at fitness. In fitness, if I was doing fitness, and I got a lot of people who follow me on fitness, shout out to all y'all, I love all you guys. I know that the universe tries to pit us against each other or make it like it's some beef. I love everyone. I am not beefing with nobody. Coach loves everybody. Peace and loves and blessings. Okay, so if I was doing fitness, some content, I would probably do something like this. Do not eat this if you want to get fit in 2025. Boom. So off top, the curiosity train starting. Um, and what I would probably do, like I say, for my visual, and maybe I would have an X. I would have a food and have an X on it, so I really couldn't see it. They're like, wonder what that X is over, or something like that. And then I would say, for my hook, once I get that's my title and my hook. But when I get to the content, uh, I would say something relatable like this. Do you know somebody, or does this apply to you, who goes real hard in the gym, but they just can't seem to lose weight? That's the relatable part. That's everybody can relate to that if you've been on your fitness journey. Well, the reason that you might not be losing weight is because you might be eating one of the three things that you should stay away from on your fitness journey. Keep in mind, all this is on the fly. I did not write this part down, but I'm so knowledgeable about fitness, it just rolls off like that. So now they're engaged. They're like, what the person talking about? And then I would get them like this. I would probably say something like, most of us who live in the United States of America probably eat these three of these things every day, and we need to stay away from them. So now they wonder like, oh God, what are these three things? Most of us purchase these things at a gas station or the supermarket every day, and they're a quick source of food for us, but they're real bad for us. The first on my list is, boom, you got them. You done hooked them. Now they like this, boom. Lay's potato chips. Oh, cause that shit, they came up with the best marketing ever. No one can eat just one, and if that ain't the truest thing ever, I will smash a bag of them so quick. And then maybe your next one be, secondly, maybe soda or something like that, and then maybe the last one to be candy, a chocolate bar. So, like I said, I just threw all that out there randomly, but you get them by saying you should not be eating these things, and they're gonna tune into you because they're gonna want to know what are you talking about. So, guys, if you're doing content, I want you to grab the hook. Do not eat these three things. Then do your research. Make sure you just, like I said, I just throw them out there randomly. Make sure that you have some context behind whatever foods that you choose they shouldn't be eating in 2025 if they want to lose weight. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Let's get into something different. So we did taxes, we did fitness. Let's get off into something like real estate. Let's get off into real estate. So who does real estate? Who sell houses? Who flip houses? Anything of that nature. If you do anything like that, this one be a good one for you. And this one right here is gonna make people who, like I said, I just came up with these. If somebody looking for a home, they're gonna relate to this right now. How to purchase a home with no money down, even with bad credit. Boom, that's gonna hit 90% of the people right now. I know my shit probably like a 625, or I know my shit's got them ain't really high enough to get a good low interest loan at the bank. But this person who I trust, that's another thing. You can't be a scammer, or you got to be having authority. You have to be trustworthy because they're listening to you. How can I get a child? How can I get a home with no credit, no money down, with bad credit? Now, think about what you didn't say. You didn't say it was gonna be cheap. You just telling them how they gonna get it. So things that are, I would say, the other end of the spectrum, I wouldn't mention that. I would just mention how to do it. Many people qualify for a first home buyer, own home buyers uh, uh, tax credit, or not tax credit. People apply for a first home buyers bank loan if you never bought a home before. Now you're not telling that the interest rates are sky high, but you're not lying either. You're just not mentioning that. First time home buyers can often qualify if you make this amount of money. That's another thing. You got to make a certain amount of money to get this loan, and it might be for 30 years. But like I say, don't tell them that part. You're not finessing, because people got to do their research at the end of the day, but just tell them how to do it. Step number two, there's plenty of grants or loans out there available for first time home buyers, single home buyers, and just break down the steps. Now, like I said, this is just me, my common sense. If you're trying to promote or market something, you want to kind of leave the cons out of it. You want to kind of now, if you just want to be an open book and mention the cons at the end, you can. But you want to always give your best content, your best subject matter in the beginning of your content. If it's something that's maybe looked at a negative light, or if it's a con, put that on the end. If they make it that far, then just put that at the end to where they're their endorphins, their feel good endorphins have weaned out a little bit. You want them to feel good about your content in the first beginning of. If you had to look at it in a 3 set part, they feel real good right here. The interest right here, maybe right here, the interest is dying down a little bit, but you already sold them on the first two, okay? All right, and the last one, guys, I want to do something real different. Music. I haven't know. I used to be in a group called Flow Jack. They ain't ready. They ain't right. We be doing this shit all night. Turn up. Oh, y'all might remember stomping, get you crunk. We stomping, get you crunk. Boy, she's looking at me, I'm looking at her. So we had hits. We had hits. But anyway, I used to do music back in the day, and nowadays the music has changed so much. Music has changed so much that I know now with what I do and how the equipment I got and how I rock, I would flourish in the music industry right now. And I might be making a comeback. Thinking about putting together an old Unk album. I already got some songs wrote, to be honest with you. But anyway, that's another story, another time. I think now if when the artist comes out with social media and everything they can use, people are making beats on their phones. They're recording it. You know, you can use certain apps on your iPhone to actually record a video. Let me see if I got something down here. I got this thing right here. I love this thing. I can plug this thing up right here, up into this microphone. I could put me a pop filter up on this microphone, and I can start doing my thing. She wanna do it again. She wanna do it again. I'm her and a friend. She wanna do it again. So I can use this right here as a microphone. I can also set this up for. I mean, I got condenser mics. I can also run this through a pre-channel amp and really get some high quality sound out of this if I wanted to. So production is at an all-time easiness for people who create music. But if I want to go viral, and I think with music, there's so much flexibility with the artist because they could make the music, they can make skits for the music, they can make vlogs for the music. There's so much that they could do. But if I was a artist and I was giving value to other artists, because one thing about it, if you're an indie artist, if you haven't been signed yet, it's more indie artists than it is signed artists. Think about it. We all know rappers, but how many rappers do we know with a deal? You probably know 30, 40 damn Columbus rappers, independent rappers, but how many you know with the deal? No disrespect, I ain't talking about bases loaded either. I mean with a major deal, like with Atlantic, or with Universal, with Sony, somebody like that. You know, a lot of people, I know D&M to sign a lot of rappers around here, but I'm talking about a major deal. How many people you know? Now, how many people you know that just rap? And some might even take it seriously, but they're unsigned. They're independent. So I think this hook would be good for them. 3 ways a indie rapper can make money without a deal. So off top, like I said, if you ain't a rapper, this ain't for you. But for all the indie rappers who see this hook and come across their timeline, get what? You done hooked them. They want to know how they can make some money because they investing in their videos, they're investing in their music. They doing shows, and a lot of times you indie, you might have to even pay for shows, or if you don't have to pay, you know, if you got a strip club, you gotta throw them ones, you gotta throw that money. You gotta get your fresh outfit, you gotta get your cut, you know, you gotta make sure your boy's straight, you know, your entourage. So you spending money. So anytime something come across your screen to how to make money as an indie artist, they're gonna tune in. They're gonna tune in. And a lot of times, I'm just going off the top with one of them, they can make money of engagement. Just like, you know, being a content creator, you create music, you can get money off engagement. You know, you creating your reels, you creating your videos, and people watching. So that's one way you can make money. Shameless plug, shout out to my son, Jay Black. I ain't gonna say his other name. Jay Black. He makes about 400, close to 400 a month, just off. I think he got, what's the name of that thing? I forgot the name. I'm so sorry. Disco Kid or something like that. And he got some money coming in. I mean, almost effortlessly. Money when he sleep. He just let it stay in there and build up. So just by posting on different social media platforms, you can make money as an independent artist. Also, I would say use a A&R service like Taxi. Let's just say Tyler Perry has a new movie coming out. They're always looking for music, especially from indie artists, because the royalty rate is cheaper. So you get you an online A&R service that looks for music to be in movies, to be in short films, to be in documentaries. And if you're making that type of music that they're looking for, they might grab your song and say, hey, we like this song. We'll pay you X amount of dollars to license it. So now you're getting your publishing and your royalties for music that's in a Tyler Perry movie. So this is very much possible. That's another way that you can look into it. And of course, like I say, publishing through radio play, TV, all that's in the play too. Satellite radio, that's another way. You don't have to be a major no more to get those placements if you making good music that the people like. So I mean, guys, bottom line is these strategies I'm coming up with, they can fit any niche, they can fit any subject. You have to just apply them to you. Think about it. Don't try to come up with something in 1 minute. Like really, like you see all these pages on this notebook is filled with content, ideas. I don't use all of them, but they're ideas, and I just shared them with you. So we're gonna go through it one more time for the people. And this video is way longer than I thought it would. I thought I could probably do it all in 20 minutes, but we're actually gonna be closer to 30 minutes. But it's okay. Like I said, if you like this content, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you share it. And if you need any help, make sure you inbox me and say, hey, Coach, what do you mean by this? Or can you describe this more in depth with me? And we can set up a consultation call, and we can get to it. Consultation fee is very, 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 very reasonable. You can handle it. I promise you can. And the wealth of information you're going to get by going more in depth in these subjects is invaluable for you and your service or brand. Okay, so going to do it again. Hook. Well, make sure your hook grabs people. Make sure it's impelling. Make sure it makes people stop and listen or look and say, okay, what is that person talking about? Be relatable. If you have to do a contrast in your hook, like the example I gave about child tax credit, we know that last year the child tax credit was $2,000, but this year, did you know how much it is? So they can be able to relate to what you said about $2,000, and now you're having a surprise for them. So it's the anticipation train is there. Next, have a visual. Whenever possible, have text in your thumbnail. If you have a platform where you can't upload a thumbnail, make sure that in the first couple of frames that you're actually smiling, posing, maybe holding a notepad or maybe holding a phone with the words that you want to see. And last, on your content, just solve the problem. Whatever you're talking about, make sure that you stay on niche, stay on point, if you solve the problem for your viewer. And if you do this, guys, consistently, you will see more engagement, and you'll see your content not just one time viral, you'll see it go viral a lot because people are saying this person's authority, they know what they're talking about, I can trust what they say, and you'll get good engagement. And if you are a content creator, you'll see your Facebook or whatever platform you're on, you'll see their monetization start to grow, okay? All right, guys, we got it all in up under 30 minutes. I think we're right at 30 minutes, but as usual, if you need help with anything, what I discussed today, if you want to go on depth, or if you need help with the content creator, guys, I got cameras, I got lights, I got microphones, I got whatever you need to come up with some good content, a good short film, a good video, a good reel, whatever you need, I got you. So consider hiring me for your content needs. And I guess that's it for today. Any questions, just inbox me, guys. It's the host of Open Coast to Coast, Mr. Terrence Flowers Photography, on Facebook and YouTube today. I think that's the two platforms we're on. God bless and take care. Peace.